In Python, the def keyword actually functions as an active executable command rather than just a passive syntax marker. When the interpreter encounters a def statement, it instantiates a first-class function object within the system memory. The interpreter assigns this object a name, a module to track its origin, and a code attribute storing the compiled bytecode. It maintains a namespace dictionary, dict, to hold internal state, and stores any type hints in the annotations dictionary. This architecture contrasts with languages like C, where functions are typically represented as simple memory addresses pointing to a sequence of machine instructions. The object status of a Python function means it is a discrete data structure responsible for managing its own inputs, metadata, and local namespace. The function signature serves as the interface that maps incoming runtime arguments to the function's internal variables. Positional arguments fill available parameter slots first, from left to right, followed by keyword identifiers. The / acts as a syntax divider to enforce positional-only constraints. Parameters before it cannot be filled using keywords. Similarly, an asterisk acts as a keyword-only barrier, requiring subsequent arguments to be explicitly named. To handle an arbitrary number of inputs, *args captures excess positional data into a tuple, while *keyword_args collects remaining keyword arguments into a dictionary. A critical rule in Python's execution model is that default parameter values are evaluated exactly once at the moment the function is defined. Defining a function with a default empty list creates a single list object in memory, attaching a pointer in the __defaults__ tuple. When executed and modified, the interpreter traces this pointer to append beta. During a second execution without arguments, it doesn't create a new list, it accesses the exact same mutated list. Because default parameters are stored as state within the function object at definition, mutable objects like lists will persist across multiple calls. When execution finishes, the function object must yield control back to the caller through a return statement. The return statement terminates the local execution block, takes the evaluated expression, and passes it back down the call stack. If no expression is provided, or the function reaches the end of its block, the interpreter substitutes none as the default return value. This standard flow differs from generator functions, which use yield to return an iterator while keeping the function's local state intact for future resumption. A complex behavior occurs when a return statement is executed inside a try block that contains a finally clause. Python guarantees that the finally suite will run. The outgoing return value is intercepted and held while the finally block executes. Only after the cleanup code finishes does the return sequence resume. This sequence ensures that function exit is a managed teardown process rather than an immediate abort, guaranteeing that the environment is cleaned up properly. For a function to interact with variables, it must operate within the boundaries of scope, which defines name visibility across nested environments. Python resolves names using the LEGB hierarchy. Encountering an undefined variable initiates a search pulse. It looks through the local scope, any enclosing functions, the global module namespace, and finally built-ins. Writing variables is restricted. Assignment operations bind to the local namespace to prevent outer side effects. The global statement overwrites this, creating a direct pipeline to write assignments to the top-level module namespace. The non-local keyword instead binds exclusively to a variable in the nearest enclosing scope. Unlike global, the non-local statement requires a pre-existing binding in an enclosing scope. If none is found, the interpreter raises a syntax error at compile time. These scope keywords act as controls for the function object's permeability, determining how it reads from and mutates the surrounding environment. While def is used for multi-line logic, Python provides the Lambda expression for creating callables inline. The formal grammar specifications for the Lambda expression define a complex set of rules for how parameters are handled during evaluation. Distilled to its core operational syntax, the expression consists of the Lambda keyword, an optional parameter list, and a single expression. Evaluating this syntax creates a function object that provides the same operational capability as one created via def, though the resulting object is anonymous. A lambda is strictly limited by the grammar to a single expression. It cannot contain statements, which are commands that do not return a value. This means a lambda cannot include variable assignments, try finally blocks, or the return keyword itself. Despite the absence of a return keyword, the result of the internal expression is automatically passed back to the caller. Even with these constraints, lambdas remain integrated into the execution model, following the same LEGB scope resolution rules as any other function. Whether defined via a multi-line def statement or a single expression lambda, every Python function is an instance of a dynamic object that encapsulates its own environment and execution logic.